Hi, how are you today? Sandra here again, and welcome to My Life and the Bible. So, guess what? I just came in from work and I thought, let me sit down and share this with you guys while it's still on my mind and it's still fresh because it might encourage someone. So, story. We've all encountered people that can be difficult. I hope we all have. We've encountered people that can be hostile. And I have encountered some hostile people in the past, but over the last few weeks, I have encountered a group of people that are not exactly friendly. And they're people I have to be around. So it's the way I want to look at it is that God is teaching me something in all of this, right? But today especially, it hit me harder than usual, and it's an unnecessary ugly. I mean, not that ugly should be necessary, not that we should walk around being mean to people or accepting for people to be mean to us, right? But I thought it was a bit uncalled for because it's early in the morning, and the nature of what I do requires a level of teamwork, and I mean, like most jobs, right? there's a need to be able to work with people. So when you encounter people who just make the atmosphere tense and hard, it makes it hard for everyone. Now, I also noticed that I wasn't the only one noticing this, right? Other people the people I found in that environment, I guess, have learned to work with what they have. And the ones who are not so familiar with it seem to be taken aback as well. So it's an ongoing thing. And of course, it's not right. It's never right. Like I said, it's never right for us to be mean to people. And nobody wants to be on the receiving end of mean, honestly. And I honestly hope that all of you watching don't want to be on the side that gives the mean, right? So that was something that happened this morning. And like I said, it was a little bit intense for me, but maybe I already had other things on my mind, so maybe this was a little bit of a trigger for me. But well, it did trigger me. But here is the real catch. Listen, guys, I am amazed by God. I am amazed by how God communicates. He will speak to you when he wants to speak to you and how he wants to speak to you. But the timing, God's timing is so perfect, y'all. I can't say it enough. I can't emphasize it enough. It's unbelievable. And I think what makes it unbelievable is if you keep catching it every time. Because sometimes he speaks but we don't listen, right? Or sometimes we really don't listen. There's no other way to put it. But it's one of those things where when you catch it in the moment, when he speaks to you and you actually pick on it, it's so beautiful. And I feel like the more you catch it, the more you get sensitive to when God speaks, the more exciting it is, because it's like, oh wow, God, you paid to that little detail. You paid attention to that little detail. And it literally happened twice today for me, It literally happened. And it's like, the first thing was a really minute thing this morning. There was a traffic on my way, an unusual traffic, a little bit more than regular. And I said, Lord, I need to get to work at this time. I don't want to get to work at the time my Google Maps is telling me, because I was trying to figure out if there was a different route I could take. And I literally just said it. And like I said, I just said, I guess I'm in the habit of just saying stuff like that. I'm like, Lord, I want to get to work at this time. No later than this time. I want to be there. So I start driving, my usual driving. But interestingly, I actually got to work a few minutes before the time I had said. And the thing is that it's almost like I said it and he cleared the road for me. It's like he was giving me a way out. Like, go here, you know, that's a spot you can join that lane. And just like that, yo. But I laughed because I got into the garage and I was thinking, wow, Lord, that was such a trivial thing I said, but you actually listened. You actually listened. Oh, wow. And you came through for me. Anyhow, I digress. Back to the story. So, while I'm feeling a certain kind of way today at work because of the hostile environment I was in, I was faced with, right? I went about my business. I just carried on like, you know what? Like I said, I've learned to think that that whatever situation we're in, God has put us there for a reason. So just like many other situations, I've learned to, you know, have the same attitude about that. So I was like, you know what, God, whatever you want me to learn from this. But yeah, I was feeling a certain kind of way. But anyway, I then pop my phone. I take a look at my phone, and guess what pops on my phone? My Bible verse of the day. Now, this is the funny thing. For whatever reason, I have the Bible app on my phone, but the Bible app on my phone gives me the verse of the day at some point before midday, like long after the day has started, right? You would think it starts in the morning, but never mind. God's timing, right? Stick with me. I'm going somewhere. So it pops on my phone, and guess what? For whatever reason, I click on it. Like I said, I'm at work, right? But I'm like, okay, boop. I click on it. Verse of the day, 1 Peter 3:9. It says, do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessings, because to this you are called, so that you may inherit a blessing. Now tell me that is not God's timing. Now tell me that is not God's timing. Because if it's not, I can't understand. I can't get it. How? It was so... It literally just... It dissipated everything else. It's like everything melted away. And it's like it never happened. Now, the thing about that message is the reassurance. Is like God is telling me I'm seeing the situation. So I'm not oblivious to what's happening here. But second of all, the calming effect it had on me. The encouragement, the comfort, like instant. And like I said, I can't say this enough. I can't even explain it to you, but it was like, oh my God, I saw that. But so here's the thing. Even when I was like a little bit into that, right? I sent my husband a message and I was like, you know what? I feel like this environment is a little bit hostile. So of course he encouraged me, and you know, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take that, you know, talk about it, whine a little bit, you know. Yeah, I can do that. Then, like I said, maybe an hour later, this is what has popped on my phone. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. The accuracy of it all. The accuracy of it all. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with a blessing, because to this you are called, so that you may inherit a blessing. Here is the encouragement. From now on, I don't care what it is that is happening in your life. I want you to remember this verse. And yes, I know situations are different. Some situations are harder than others. But there is no situation that is impossible to our God. Absolutely none. And like I told you, if he can address something as minute as the time I could get to work, to a hostile environment I just literally encountered, God can literally solve things like that. We're all human beings. From time to time, we encounter conflict. We encounter not so comfortable situations with the people that are around us, the people we deal with. It's life. It's bound to happen. But how you react to it matters. So the Bible is telling us that we can't repay them with the same, because let me tell you something. Clapping back is a good one, right? But why? Because then a hostile situation then becomes more hostile. And then if you're like me, the clapping back usually, for me, I don't enjoy that so much, because then I sit back and I'm wondering, why did I do that, right? So your response in times of things like this should always be to take it to God. And remember this verse, 1 Peter 3:9. 1 Peter 3:9. And just for extra, let us not be the people, for anyone that's listening to me, let us not be the people that make environments hostile. Let us be very sensitive about places. Let us learn to read rooms. Let us learn to accommodate people more. Let us be more kind and more loving. Because in Proverbs 18:24, it says, a man who has friends must himself be friendly. You have to show yourself friendly. You really have to show yourself friendly if you want people to be around you. So if you're not nice, that's what you're going to get, right? That's just what you're going to get. So, and if you do have friends, give grace, because they will give you the same grace. So I just thought I should share this with you. I hope you have a lovely week. And I hope you remember not to repay evil with evil. Okay? Do not repay evil with evil. You repay it with a blessing. So you kill them with kindness. You smile and you keep it moving. And let the Lord fight some of these battles. Because sometimes it's really never worth it. You know what? It's never worth it. It's never worth it. I love you all, and God bless you. Until next time.